What? He has to regret sending that letter. Boy, oh boy, I wish I was as lucky as you, Andre. I wish I had your dumb luck. I mean, man, you're just so lucky, Andre. Look at his face. That's exactly what I would be feeling if I wrote Andre those letters and then immediately like, oh, she broke up with him. What? Oh my god, dude. Holy crap. Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Flip. I'm a composer and a vocalist, and we're going to be checking out Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812, part number 8. I've gotten much better at saying that. I don't have to stare at it as much. But we are getting into the ending of the show, it seems. I mean, at some point, the consequences of all these actions have to come through. At least that's what my moral brain says, that there should be some consequence. But we will see what goes on next. If you are enjoying this React series, please hit the sub button if you haven't already. Not too many views on these videos just because of how, I guess, known this is comparatively to other shows. But the fact that you're here, I appreciate. It means you love music. It means you like at least good music, from what I can tell. So with that in mind, thank you so much for being here. If you want to support me further, check out the Patreon. I am writing my own musical. If you want to check that out as well, it's on the Patreon and the YouTube. So let's get into it. This is part number 7. Did I just confuse myself? Is this 8? 7? I need to go back. Figure it out after. All right, here we go. We're going to wrap up at some point. 2 more episodes probably. 8 probably then. Everyone's drunk.
Here's to happiest freedom in life. May your travel business is a sight.
Polka music. Wait, they all just got back up and started dancing again? Was that French? Back to Slavic music. All right, it had a coda.
Wait! Shut the door! First we have to sit down.
Okay, sit down. This is like a school teacher in me. Oh! That's funny.
Yes, that's the way. It's a Russian custom.
Dude, he's so loyal.
All right.
He just needed a breather, right? Was that what was happening there? I couldn't tell if he was going to the bathroom, but I don't think he would kiss anyone on the cheek after he just immediately went to the bathroom. I don't know him though, so I guess, yeah. I think he's just taking a break. I love that. Hey, hold on.
Where's the fur cloak? Huh? I have heard what elopements are like. She'll rush out more dead than alive. Just in the thing she's wearing. If you delay at all, there'll be tears. And Papa and Mama. Then she's frozen in a minute and must go back. But you wrap the fur cloak round her, and you carry her to the sleigh. That's the way, that's the way, that's the way, that's the way.
Bing!
Let's get out of here! And the door
Wow, who would have thought he's unfaithful? Good thing that Natasha trusted him. God, it sickens me. I'm gonna be honest. Just, ugh. They back. Yeah, they're back on the horse. Wood blocks to usually convey horses. I was gonna say, I think that's her sister again, just because of her very unique singing style. That she is bringing everything into the high, like the back, like vowel placement of the head voice, and it's very operatic sounding. But the hard thing is, I can't usually understand a single word she says, because when you sing back there, you make it so it's harder to pronounce words because you've put the vowel back there, and so the words are up here. And if the vowels are back there and the words are up here, this is why a lot of contemporary theater doesn't do that, because there's a lot more words in contemporary theater, because the plots sometimes are harder to explain for contemporary theater versus back in the day. It was like, I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her. He's in love with her. He's in love with her. Vibrato placement, bellas. You know, and they had recitative for conveying like a lot of words. They didn't use aria for conveying a lot of words, but now they kind of mix that. They convey a lot of things within the main songs, the ballads and singing stuff. So there's not too much singing back there as much anymore. Like the last, I'm thinking like The Sound of Music. The hills are alive with the sound that's very back here. You know, there's not too many words there. It's conveying a message, but not too many words. But as soon as you go, the hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. It's like, what are you saying? Oh, that's a lot. You know, so it's hard to understand her because she's communicating fast. But what is she saying? I know it's not just the quality. You tell me. What? The courtyard where you'll be directly?
You will not enter my house.
You can understand her very well. She's right here. Betrayed, betrayed. That's a tritone. It's dissonant. Is it? No, I guess it's not. I guess it's F. It's an open fifth. Bum bum. Is it that? He almost sounds. He's a little flat on this, so it kind of sounds dissonant. But it's. I think it's supposed to be this. That was a tritone. That's a tritone. It's weird. I think there's maybe, I don't know. Is that a mistake? Because this one's doing betrayed, betrayed, and then she's doing betrayed, betrayed, which is that tritone, which resolves well to this. So usually that means tension. That's like, that's not good. But he's singing this. I think it's supposed to be that. I don't know. I would wonder why they would change the motif right after another. But here, that one's lower. Betrayed. And it sounds a little flat too. It almost sounds like this, but it's not. And then she goes. Sorry, I just noticed that. You hear that? That's so interesting. Now it's low again. What? I have to lower this.
Shameless good for nothing, you vile, shameless girl. In my house, a nice girl. You dirty, nasty, where's your thing now? Don't you say one word. In my house, a horror girl, a hussy. It's lucky for him he escaped, but I'll find him. Now you listen to me when I speak to you. Now you listen to me when I speak to you. In my house. Do you hear what I'm saying? till crimson rail. What do we tell your betrothed? I have no betrothed. I have refused him. Natasha, come here, kiss me. Press your white face to mine. Don't touch me. Why didn't he come to the house? Why didn't he openly ask for your hand? You were not kept under lock and key, carried off like some gypsy girl. And if he had carried you off, don't you think your father would have found him? Your father, I know that he will challenge him to a duel, and one day will there be no Renee. He's a scoundrel and he's a wretch. That's a fact. He is better than any of you, I say. He is better than any of you, I say. Why did you interfere? Oh God, what is it all? What is it? Who are you to tell me anything?
Wow.
So do I. Go away. Everyone go away. Warrior Dmitrievna tried to speak again, but Natasha cried out, go away, go away, you hate it. This
Dang.
me, and she threw herself down on the sofa. Natasha!
Ooh.
I put a pillow under her head, covered her with two quilts, brought her a glass of lime flower water. But Natasha did not respond. Well, let her sleep. Let her sleep.
That's her theme. She loves the mi re do hot cross buns. That was like her whole song. Was like the bum 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 bum. That's cool. And the same thing as you sang before, like in her little moment with like talking about her. That's her motif. Is the mi re do. Just interesting.
Let her sleep.
Hot cross buns. As soon as you hear hot cross buns, you know it's her motif. Very interesting. I like how he's storytelling through the music.
But Natasha was not asleep. Her face
There's that chord structure again. We've heard this before.
eyes wide open. All that night she did not sleep or weep. She sat at the window.
No one feels bad for you. I'm so sorry. No one feels bad for you. Do you? I don't. Everyone's telling you what's going on and you're just refusing to listen.
A letter from Maria Dmitrievna asking you to come and visit her on a matter of great importance related to Andrei Volkonsky and his betrothed. What?
I'm so confused now. He still has not played an important role in this.
With me.
Are we about to find his important role with 30 minutes to spare?
Pierre, old friend, I'm sorry it's late. I'm sorry I haven't seen you about. Where have you been? Where have you been?
I have been studying.
Pierre, old friend, we need your help. Pierre, old friend of the family name, we need your help. We need your help. There's a ruin at the door.
Maria,
Natasha has let down the family.
what?
Natasha has broken with Andre.
What?
What?
Natasha has lied to you.
He has to regret sending that letter. Boy, oh boy, I wish I was as lucky as you, Andre. I wish I had your dumb luck. I mean, man, you're just so lucky, Andre. Look at his face. That's exactly what I would be feeling if I wrote Andre those letters and then immediately like, oh, she broke up with him.
What?
What? Oh my god, dude. Holy You cannot tell me there's no damage being done. That's a growl, but it's okay. So I actually learned how to metal scream. I don't do it because it hurts my voice to do it. I can do a little bit like that's like a low growl. There's like a high growl that has you create friction in the pretty much the back end of your hard palate with like your tongue. It's a weird thing. It's like it's not really. It's really back. It's sort of like placed back here, and you can hear there's like friction there, and for a singer, you want to avoid friction in the middle of your vocal cords. You can create friction in other places called false chords, which is this one, and then there's this one up here, which it's using your vocal cords, but it's allowing the air to pass through them safely, but it's creating the real bad tension higher up, away from like the soft part of your vocal cords. So that's why metal screamers can scream and not hurt their voices. Same thing with low metal screamers too. It's the low screaming. There's different kinds of metal screaming. There's also one where you can breathe in. It's really cool. I can't do that one. I would love to, but I don't even sing metal. I just find it interesting to learn about the human voice. For her, she's placing hers in the metal scream area, which is higher up into like a. I'm not sure. Honestly, some of the vocal technique stuff, I don't know the language of it. I actually sometimes there's so much pedagogy for vocal techniques that I get lost in terminology. But I know the muscle groups that it uses, and I can feel this one is akin to a metal scream for a female singer. Well, it's the same placement, but it sounds different for different genders, and because the different kinds of vocal cords, females have thinner vocal cords than males generally. But it's like it's kind of clearing your throat up here, and she's using that to growl through singing a high belt, pretty much, which is extremely dangerous. It's to any casual singer that tries to sing that note the way she's doing it right now, you won't have a voice the next day. I guarantee you, because that sounds very close to damaging. Unless she's a trained metal singer, like that would be like all right. But she's a trained vocalist for sure. For her to be able to do this show in and show out, because they do this 5 times a week. So listen to this.
What?
Loud. Tell me that doesn't sound like your favorite like Zeppelin, like classic rock, like screaming group. That's crazy that they're doing this in a show. She's good. Oh, that's crazy.
Natasha, that charming girl, I can't believe my ears. So I am not the only man chained to a bad woman. And Anatol, that stupid child, they'll lock him up
Shots.
for years. For Anatol is a married man.
Is this gonna be his moment to shine?
Yes.
Oh, wait till I tell her.
Poor Andre.
Oh, did he just say Anatol is married, so they didn't know? Sorry, I'm gonna let it go further. That's important.
Poor Andre.
And when Andre comes home, we'll challenge Anatol to a duel and get himself killed. You must go see your brother-in-law and tell him that he must leave Moscow and not to let me set my eyes on him again.
At once.
Oh, that's his brother. Really?
Anatol, fight Anatol. Anatol, fight Anatol. The blood rushes to my heart. It's difficult to breathe. Anatol, fight Anatol. Anatol, fight Anatol.
Come on,
Not at the ice.
Pierre has to be the one to clean this up. After all his luck.
Anatol, fight Anatol. Anatol, fight Anatol. To the club. And at the club, all is going on as usual. The members eat their dinners and gossip in small groups. Have I heard the cries of passion? Is it true Natasha is right? Nonsense, nonsense. Nothing has happened. Everything is fine. Natasha, Natasha. It is essential that I see Natasha. How can I see her?
Anatol, come, Anatol, Anatol, hush, Anatol. What? I don't believe that he is married. I don't believe you. And I stare like a hunted, wounded animal. He can't be married.
Good evening, sir.
It's exhausting.
Anatol is in the drawing room with the Countess.
Pierre,
Why are you surprised?
sweet husband.
Sorry.
You don't know what a plight our Anatol has had.
Quiet. I will not greet you. At this moment, you are more repulsive to me than ever.
Poor Pierre, man. I just feel bad for this dude. Like, he has to be the one to clean this up. After everything that's gone on for him, he's got his own problems. Give him a break. This poor guy. You know, why does he got to be stepping in? There's plenty of, I don't know. I understand that they're related or whatnot, and you know he can come down on someone he's related to. But come on, you know, like the guy's got enough going on, trying to find his purpose in the world. You know, let them figure it out. You know, at some point you're just gonna be like, all right, whatever, you guys suck. That's how I feel. I'm like, dude, as soon as she did that, I was like, you're dead to me. I felt the same about Alexander Hamilton. I was like, as soon as you did that, you are dead to me. That's it. That's it. Like, morally, you've lost the moral grounds for me. I can't look at you as a moral character anymore. I can look at you as interesting and fun and compelling, but I can't look at you as moral. You've lost any moral ground, and any sort of good thing that happens to you should not happen on a moral basis. That's why Alexander Hamilton redeemed himself later on, because he was not moral to me anymore. He was morals were gone for him, but at least he did good things after. Like, he still, you know, helped the country and blah blah blah. And that was good, and that you got to praise him for that. But at the same time, you're like, morally, I couldn't care less if something immoral happened to you because of what your actions have led to. There's consequences to actions, people. There's consequences to actions. Okay? I shouldn't be the guy to tell you, and neither should he, and neither should Pierre. Is all I'm trying to say.
Anatol, come, Anatol. Anatol must speak to you.
Anatol followed with his usual jaunty step, but his face betrayed anxiety.
Pierre closed the door and addressed Anatol without looking at him.
He's in his office now.
Promised Countess restored to marry her, and we're about to elope. Is that so, mon cher? I don't consider myself bound to answer questions put to me in that tone.
That's so true. Oh my goodness. If you don't want to answer a question and they just raise their voice a little bit, the person that's like prosecuting someone else, just point to the fact that they raised their voice. I don't like your tone. Hey, I don't like your tone. Did you hear the question? Yeah, but I don't like your tone. You should change your... Why would you raise your tone like that to me? I thought we were close. Like, just completely obfuscate from the argument.
To answer questions put to me in that tone.
His feet up, he just... Double down on the tone. Jesus, how much... Oh, nasty beat.
I didn't feel it. I never promised because...
Have you any letters of her? Any letters? Shan't be violent, don't be afraid. First, the letters.
Huh.
Second, tomorrow you must get out of Moscow. But how can I? Third, you must never breathe a word
Nasty.
of what has happened between you and the Countess. And now I know I can't prevent you doing so, but if you have a spark of conscience, Pierre paces the room several times in silence.
Anatol sits at a table, frowning and biting his lip.
After all, you must understand that besides your pleasure,
The accordion.
there is such a thing as other people and their happiness, and
So creepy.
that you are ruining a whole life for the sake of amusing yourself. yourself.
This is so cool.
Amuse yourself with women like my wife.
You know, let me just say, I made a note of this at the time, that Pierre was completely all into it. Completely all. I wish I had as great of a life as you, Anatol. He said that. Remember that? You were there. Remember when he said that? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, I remember that. And as soon as you find out that that bad thing he's doing that you wish you were doing is someone that you know, oh, all of a sudden you're about to hit him with whatever that thing, I don't even know what that thing was. It looked like a small little contraption. He's about to hit him over the head with a contraption. As soon as you find out that's someone that you know, and there's a consequence. Whoa! Who would have thought? That's crazy. What a great life you live. Except it's not a good life. It's not a moral life. Yeah. So it seems like Pierre's philosophy for carrying himself is a higher weight, but he didn't look at it objectively enough through that moral lens to really understand the consequences of having that life, which is important if you want to live a fulfilled life. That's his goal. I mean, that was Pierre's goal early on. He's like, I wish I can be happy with my life and fulfilled. Like, what is my life's meaning? And he just for a second just had a little hiccup of, I could just have his life and not have to worry about it. And then he was like, but I can feel the consequences of that sort of life. So let me just reprimand him and really kind of double back on what I said before. That's kind of a character change. So that's an interesting way to view a character change for Pierre. He's kind of coming down on himself in a way, like what he wanted. Just an interesting thing to note.
And you go within your rights, but to promise a young girl to marry her, to deceive.
He's coming down hard.
Don't you understand that that's as cruel as beating an old man or a child?
But I don't know about that. I don't know that. And I don't want to.
He's always been a child, though. Like, he's openly been a child. I didn't know he was married, though. But that changes things because, that changes things, okay? Because we're all children in life, right? And then you sort of grow up. That's part of it. So when he said, I'm a player, I just play around, that's sort of me. Like, I'm just kind of like a player. That's who I am. I'm Antoli. And you're like, he's just open about himself, right? He's comfortable being that sort of terrible person. But what's worse is that he was married. So he's not fully open about it, clearly, to some people. And that's where it gets bad, because you can be that kind of person openly, right? As long as you're comfortable with it, and that's totally fine. But as soon as it has ramifications to someone else, that's where you cross that line. So that's where I changed with him. Is I thought from the beginning that he was just open about this sort of stuff, but turns out he was still hiding some stuff, which to me was the married thing. So he should feel regret. I didn't think at the beginning he should, but because he's been very forward. But now I understand everything. And he is a child.
I don't know that. And I don't want to. You have used those words to me.
His moral philosophy is his urges. That's the depth of his moral philosophy. Is satiating his urges. That's very childish. That's like me wanting juicy juice because I'm thirsty. Now. What is she making? Is that eggs? She's had a raw egg. That's not tasty. Okay, I gotta end this here. I'm having fun. I don't think she had raw eggs, but I think she had something not good for her. Okay, we'll just say that. All right, that's going to be the end of this episode. We probably have one episode left in which I will give my final thoughts. If not, it might be 2 episodes. There is 25 minutes left. I'm not sure if that includes credits, and if it does, then it might be 2 episodes. We'll see. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys find this interesting. I'm trying to add some more layers to what is a very, very onion-full show. This is deep. All right, that's going to be that. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for supporting me. If you want to check out my Patreon, you should click the link in the bio to check it out and support me further. And with that, catch you guys on the flip side. On the flip side, the way I've been talking. Bye. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flip flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip.